Hello! Hello. Welcome to the stream. I almost forgot to unmute my mic. Welcome. Hi. Sorry for not streaming yesterday. I was exhausted and I had stuff I needed to do, so I just didn't. But today, as you can see, we are trying out RPG Maker 2003. Hello, Theo. Welcome. So I think this was on sale at some point, and I'm just like, yeah, sure, that's real cheap. I'll give it a go. And then I never ended up using it, so you know. So since I've been in a very game dev mood lately, and I realized, oh, I've already got this. Why don't I try it out? Now, RPG Maker 2003 is a very old version of RPG Maker. Obviously, it is currently 2024, so you know, it's like over 20 years out of date. So I'm gonna try and, you know, if it's a bit outdated, then, you know, we it's not that old. If it's a bit outdated, I'll be a bit more forgiving to it, I guess. And if I end up enjoying this, maybe I'll keep an eye on like the newer versions and see if and when they go on sale. But for now we're using this, and I haven't, like, I booted it up just to make sure everything works fine for the stream, and this is what it launched me into, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Because like SRPG Studio, you know, it at least loads up like a test map for you to start with. This just starts with absolutely nothing. And I haven't looked at like any tutorials or anything. SRPG Studio, I looked some stuff up before I did the first stream on it. This I'm going in completely blind. Now, I'm just gonna, real quick, I'm gonna hide this just for a second because I'm gonna click new project and I don't know if that's gonna bring up like my file system or anything. It does, but also it doesn't show anything that would be docs worthy. Oh, it's going in the OneDrive? I don't want it in the OneDrive. Okay, I will hide it real quick so I can change the folder it's going into, and then I'll bring them onto the back. Okay. Now. Going in the D drive. I don't want it in... I don't want it clogging up my OneDrive. Got too much shit in there as it is. Oh shit, can I not make... Okay, hold on. I need to make a new... I need to make a new folder first. Because apparently you can't make new folders from this. New folder. Maker projects. Okay, so now there we go. Now I can bring the monitor, the desktop back. I had to be careful today because, like, I have two scenes that are labeled very similarly, right? One's desktop scene, which is this one. The other is desk cam scene, which is the one I use for my Lego building streams, and I didn't want to activate that because that'd have my webcam pointing right at my face. So I like separated them in my scene order so that like the desk cam scene isn't even visible in the list as it is currently scrolled. Alright, D documents, RPG Maker projects. So let's make the folder name test on stream. And the game title, what should we name it? Because like I have a few ideas for things I could potentially make with RPG Maker, but I obviously we're not going to be doing those with our first heckin' test. Just name these types of test projects as test. I've just named it test on stream because we're doing it on stream. So then if I do any other tests, I can name them differently. What is that? Oh, yeah. Don't worry about that, something on my desk. To test. I really shouldn't be putting too much thought into this. This is just me trying to learn the software, but... Hold on, let me bring up my heckin' stream manager. I had that minimized. It's a bit weird, like, not really being able to... Because, like, normally I'd have OBS on one monitor, and then, like, VTube Studio and my stream manager on the other monitor. But I can't have those on this monitor, because I'm doing this on this monitor, you know? So I have to have them all on my main monitor, and just a bunch of windows hiding each other. Screw it. Okay, now we have a thing to work with. Cool beans. So I was thinking like, oh yeah, I'll just, mess around with it a bit, and then if oh, you can change the scale. Okay. And if you do... why does it launch in heckin... That is loud. Escape. No. Stop. Go away. Jesus Christ. I don't have desktop audio enabled, so y'all couldn't even hear that. But it was loud in my ears. Can I... Okay. Display... What if we don't display title screen? Okay, so then it just goes to this. If we do new game... Cool beans! Okay. What if we look here? This is the help section, right? So making things cool. Oh, that is a lot of... That's a lot of shit that's organized in a way that does not seem... Why is it in alphabetical order instead of like in a useful way to go through it? Okay, let me just... What were they doing in 2003? Who knows? Let's just, Oh? Oh, it like, inherently understands that, like, oh, there's an island here, let's put... Yeah, let's adjust the tiles around it. Okay, so now we have an island. Rectangle, oval, fill area. Undo. Okay, so cool and all that we can make tiles. This is map, tools, database. Okay, so how do we edit the party? Because it's all well and good that we can build a map, but it won't let us start it if we don't have a party. Oh. Here we go, we have a person. Oh damn, do they have battle animations in this? Because I have used an RPG Maker. I don't remember which version it was, but I do remember, like, trying one out, and it was just like they didn't have like you couldn't see the player characters in battle. It was just like here's a thing. It was like the enemies in front, and then your party was just like a list of stats down the bottom. You could see them on the overworld, but you couldn't see them in battle. So if this version has like in-game battle, that's like in battle animations, that's interesting. That does. Ayo, it's Mao. We also have the classes. Skills, items, enemies. Yeah, this is completely different from what I remember from RPG Maker. Because it seems more like, you know, the classic like Final Fantasy style with your party on one side and the enemies on the other side. Instead of like you described it, the classic dungeon crawler. They do give you a hell of a lot of starting enemies. So I wonder what version of RPG Maker I made. I messed with, because I did. Part of the reason why I've been thinking about this is like I've been watching a series by this guy on YouTube who's like trying to review every game on Steam in alphabetical order. And one of the games he came across was like a really shitty RPG Maker game, and I'm like, damn. I kind of want to mess with RPG Maker again, if only to make something better than that. But like, the version that guy was using to make that shitty game was the version that I remembered. And this is not that version. But yeah, you have the things. You have the battle layout like this instead of how I remember it. Man, that means I'd have to make sprites instead of just being able to draw artwork for it. Then states, animation. Jeez. Yeah, this is completely different from what I remember. What the hell is all this? I think instead of just messing around, I'm gonna have to find a tutorial and follow it, because this is a lot. This is a lot. Okay, so that's all our database. What else do we have? Resource manager. These are all of the stuff. Then BGM test and search. How do you assign your party? Because it said your party isn't set. You can't do that. And I don't see where you would do that. I'd assume it's in the resource manager, but does it have party somewhere here? I don't see it. Alright, I'm going to find a tutorial. Preferably a written one. Beginner's guide, let's go. I was hoping to learn by doing instead of learning by reading, but it seems that is a bit beyond me. Because there's a lot of shit going on here. Oh, the heckin'. The tutorial here uses frickin' Hector and Eliwood as the names of their characters, and that's like Fire Emblem. Okay, let me read through this a bit. Open up the editor, poked around. How exactly do I use this program? Exactly, Mr. Tutorial. Okay, establish a few things you need. Time, yeah. Effort, yeah. Failure, yeah. Creativity, yeah. Okay. I'm more so interested in how I actually use the program, but you do raise a good point. Font samples from 3 different games. That is legible and playable, blah blah blah. Okay, mate, I understand what you're trying. He's like a beginner's guide, and he's like here talking about fucking font legibility. He's like, I understand why you're telling me about this, but I wanna I wanna learn how to use the program. Okay, new project. This probably wasn't a... Maybe it wasn't a good idea for me to do this on stream. I will say, the one thing that gets me about that, I did mention before, I was like, oh man, I gotta do fucking pixel art shit. I'm not, you know, I'm not exactly a pixel artist. So, looking at these, I'm like, oh boy, how am I gonna do all these fucking animations and whatnot? Meanwhile, the other one, I would have, like, sure, I would have had to edit the overworld sprites and whatnot, but in battle, I could just draw the enemies. That's part of, like, what's intimidated me about SRPG Studio as well, because, like, I don't know how to do pixel art. I'm not that kind of artist. Okay, so important areas. Da da da. I apologize. I really didn't think it would be this complicated to understand how this works after, you know, figuring out SRPG Studio so quick. But oops. Okay, so we can... Not there? Where is it? Right click, okay. And we can change the map properties. The tile set, the size, encounters, parallax background, okay. Teleport, escape, save. Battle background. Jesus, so much. You don't think about how much goes into a game until you look at something like this and be like, oh shit, there's so many options. Let's rename the map. Okay, this is starting island. Sure. Fun. Okay, so apparently the smallest we can make it, which we'll do that for now, just because I'm following the tutorial. Smallest is apparently 20 by 15, because I assume that's what fits in the window. Oh man, now the island's not an island anymore. It's, oh jeez. I thought that was going to be like transparent and be like, yeah, that's... Is this? Okay. Ah, I see. So the heckin'... You don't need to put the corners on manually, it looks like. Because it just... it understands implicitly. Okay, we have an island again. Let's go. Okay, so then this. Yeah, okay. Explain the usage of each button. Let's see, lower layer editing mode. Oh, this. Edit lower layer. So I guess this is for maybe an earlier version of, because the wording is different. Oh no. Those layers, obviously the bottom layer. Then there's the upper layer. Oh, and then the event layer. Oh, upper layer includes stuff like trees, bushes, fences. Okay. So the lower layer is just like straight up the terrain, and then upper layer is like what you put on the terrain, I guess. And then the event layer is things that can happen. Okay, and then yeah, that just says the grid down the bottom. And row 2, undo, selector, rectangle, ellipse, paint, yep. Cool beans. Select a tool also allows you to select lower and upper, okay. And then row 1 has a ton of buttons. Floppy disk allows you to package, you'll get, oh, okay. Create, install, okay, I thought that was just going to be save. But I guess... I don't know, does it autosave or something? Because I don't see a save button. You can save map data. Okay then. More convenient methods, but okay. Save and revert. Save simply saves, revert undoes all changes since last save, okay. Excluding database changes. So the database, I guess, is maybe separate from the actual map data. Which is interesting. I lost where I was up to. Remember to save your work or you might lose it. Yeah. Do I still have the save redeem enabled? I'm just checking. I cannot tell. It's cut off. My nose is being dumb again. Oh, these are the ones where you... Oh, it even says it down the bottom, look. Switch to edit mode for lower layer tiles, upper layer tiles, and switch to event editing mode. Okay. I was like hovering over to get the tooltip to show up, but it shows up down the bottom as well. We're learning. We're learning. Then... I keep losing my place. There's too much text. Okay, then there's the zoom buttons. Database, import. Okay, I guess they changed that. But I guess Resource Manager is going to show you where all the things that you can add to the game are. Instead of import and music and search. Use music to listen to music that's in the project folder, although it doesn't put it in the game. It just lets you listen. What? Okay. I guess so that you can listen to it before you choose which one to put on. So that you don't have to like test the game out every single time to like see the whether the music fits or not. Shouldn't have any music except for RTP. RTP's runtime package are the default set of resources. Hopefully you do have it installed prior to reading this tutorial. Most people look down on using the RTP, but it's excellent for beginners to play around with. Okay, search lets you search through events. Okay. Rarely use it and you shouldn't worry about it. And the arrow is test the game. If you playtest, you must save first and it'll prompt you to do so. And then full screen and title. Title will stop the title screen image from appearing, merely text will show. I've never seen any reason to turn it off. Window mode can be useful sometimes, though that's personal preference. And then the help tile. It never worked for me, so I can't say much about it. Okay, thank you, Mr. Tutorial. Okay, so if we then go... Bam. Now we can edit the upper layer. You should notice that your tile area looks completely different. There's a lot of pink. Don't worry. In the actual map area, you'll see what you drew before it got darker. Okay. Let's go ahead and draw some trees. What about the pink stuff? Put down a few small trees, maybe a big tree, volcano, ruined castle or something. Don't draw too much, just keep it very simple. By the way, there are some objects like the volcano that isn't a single tile. Oh, you can click and drag, like... Okay. To erase, simply select the upper left tile. Ah, this one, the empty. So, let's draw a few things, shall we? Put a tower there. Big tree. and a grave, why not? I don't like the fact that the scroll bar doesn't work when I have it in here. Like my scroll wheel, rather. I like try to scroll like that and it just doesn't do anything. Sure, why not? Random volcano. Okay, so now we have our map. It's quite a boring map, but it's just for testing, so don't worry. But it's missing something. Okay, so now we go to event editing. Test map. No tiles will be dark anymore. By the way, if you were to switch, you'd notice your upper tiles were darkened automatically. So on the left, you'll also notice that if you select them, you can't drag your mouse and draw. Well, things are a little different on this layer. The first thing you want to do is right-click anywhere that isn't water. Place party starting position. Actually, no, let's do it right. They spawn right in front of the grave. Maybe our hero is a zombie who's come back to life to finish what they started. Okay, after the title screen, this is the first map that was shown. If you don't set the party starting position, you'll get an error when you try to run the game. Okay. So theoretically, killed by the volcano. Yes, save. How loud is that for you guys? Hold on. Let me turn it down a little. Because it is very loud for me, holy shit. So if we do this... Look, it me. We go behind these. Oh, you can't go through the trees, okay. Then there's this. Oh! I feel like that's not how that's supposed to work. So why can I walk through this, but I can't walk through these trees? We have a thing! Thank you, Mr. Tutorial. Haven't played around yet, your basic controls are arrow keys to move, Z is decision, and X is cancel. Oh, hello. Formation, this is what I was... Not sure how that works. But if I can potentially... If I can link this to, like, getting, like, speak to an NPC to activate that menu, instead of just having it in the main menu, I could see that being very useful from one of the... Row. So, like... I guess that's changing, like... whether they're in the front or the back, maybe? Not this stuff. Got no skills. Can check their status. Don't know what that means. And you can save and go back to the title. Okay. Anyway, pick new game. Should get something like this. If you set the party position, if you didn't set it, you get an error now. Anyways, use arrow keys to move the blue head dude. Use the cancel key. Was it the cancel key that did this? Yes, okay. Can't really do much yet, so you'll want to quit. You can either quit through the menu or press Alt F4. F12 will also return you to the title screen quickly, basically like resetting your game. Okay. Whoops. Okay. I'm just looking down the tutorial and I just see in all caps, "Whoa, this is super complicated now." Okay, so apparently we're giving the guy someone to talk to. Make sure you're on the event layer. Select transparent pink tile. In the upper left, now double click somewhere on the map, at least in the walkable area. Oh man! Whoa, this is super complicated! Well, what looks like a bunch of stuff popped up, but relax, it's nothing much. This whole thing is an event. Events are pretty much everything in the game. For example, think about your own life. I feel like this is targeted at people who have never done anything like this before and need to be told how computer programs work. Probably not targeted to someone like me who's studied software development. But it's alright. Let's make an event of a guy you can talk to. Okay, the name is the event name. You can leave it, but I'm going to go ahead and rename it Dude. And then name it that. It's only for organizational purposes, okay. Then 2 is the graphic. I'm trying to read quickly, but my brain's not accepting the words that are showing up on the screen. To the graphic box, unless you had something selected in the title box. Selecting something from there is simply a way to set a graphic for your events. However, I never use it. So you should pretty much always set your events to the transparent pink box. Okay. So now we can choose a dude, I guess. It's where you can scroll and pick your event graphic. You don't have to pick a graphic, by the way. On the left, the first 3 options are all tile set followed by a number. This is if you want your event graphic to be a graphic from your upper layer tiles, which you could have set already by picking something from the tile selection area. Go down past these, we'll start seeing animals and humans and whatnot. All the graphics should be marked once again with RTP. Anyway, go ahead and pick anything. I went and picked the guy from... Okay. Let's... Let's pick her, I guess. You can also set the frame option, but you should leave that alone for now. Although you can click the options to see what it does. Oh, it animates the character. Okay. Graphic box for event layer. Oh, okay. It's complicated. I'm probably gonna keep messing around with this after stream because I wanna learn what the deal is, you know. So much text and it's so small. Hold on, let me. I can zoom in. What am I doing? Okay, so where are we? Background graphic was not pink, so green. But green, so green was the transparent tile for that specific graphic. If you check the box that says transparent, the actual graphic will be see-through-ish, kind of like a ghost. Okay. Ah. So like, when you put them on the actual map, they'll be see-through-ish, I guess. Anyway, same layer as hero. Wait. Oh, event layer. Which has been renamed to priority here, I think. So you know. Fantastic that I'm using a tutorial for a slightly older version, but you know. It's the same software, I guess it's just an earlier version of the software, with like slightly different wording for some of the functions. Same as hero means that your character will not be able to walk through them. Set below, your hero will walk on top of him, and if you set above, your hero will walk under him. Don't check forbid overlap, event overlap box, and leave trigger condition as action key. Action button. Now below that there are 3 options: movement type, animation type. Oh yeah, these. And animation frequency. Leave it as stationary, they just stand still. Other options more or less do the same thing. So they can move randomly, they can move up and down, left and right, approach the player or run away from you, or custom. Choose a specific pattern, and then you can also check like the speed, frequency. It says speed on his, but on mine it says frequency. So I guess that's just like how often he will move away or randomly move. Lower value, it means they'll pause between each step for a movement. With a lower value, the longer that moment. Reading is hard. I know I play a lot of games with a lot of dialogue, but that's in small bursts. That's not a gigantic page of text. I have finished my tea. Okay, otherwise you can... Okay, so then for testing purposes, they're like, yes, just do this. If we were to test play now, you'd see a guy walking around randomly at whatever speed you set him to, although you cannot yet interact with him. Animation type, if you want a guy walking around, you're going to need to set him to non-continuous. Huh? Direction fix inanimate, no, direction fix animated, fixed graphic, spin, huh? Fixed, presumably direction fixed, means that he'll always face the way you set him previously. Otherwise, when you talk to him, he'll automatically face you. Setting to continuous means he'll constantly animate by the frames he has. Fixed graphic means that the graphic you chose will not change at all. Spin makes him spin around. I'm going to just see real quick like how this actually... Okay, so presumably non-continuous is in this version it's standing animation. Also, I will say on the overworld at least, the scale feels a bit weird. Like we're roughly 2 tiles tall, and these are very much not. Like, I feel like this scale would work in like a town or whatever. But when you put me up against a building, it feels a bit odd. But from what I saw in the thing, it looks like you can only have one set of sprites for a player. So I guess we're just stuck with the scale as it is. Okay, back to this. We're learning. Then movement frequency, or here it is as movement speed. How fast they move around the tiles. Half normal is an appropriate speed because your hero moves at speed 4, which is normal. They'll automatically face you. Oh, I went up a freaking paragraph. It'd be annoying trying to talk to the NPC. Setting it slower is even slower is your choice. She's moving pretty fast, so I'm gonna do that. That's the gist of the graphical options. To give some examples, okay, yeah. Let's explain the important part. Making him talk, okay. That's where this area comes in, I think. Is that the one they labeled for it? Yes. Well, the commands go, double click in there. And we get this. We get a box. Trigger condition action key, meaning that when you press the action key with this event, the commands you put in the box, in the white box, will happen. Other trigger conditions include touched by hero, collision with hero, auto start, parallel process. Okay. That's all stuff for the trigger. Auto start, parallel process are a bit more complicated, so let's not worry about these. Touched by hero means player touches the event, while collision with hero is if the event touches the player. You usually won't use collision with hero. The event layer option makes a difference here too. It works like this. Okay. If the event is below hero, the player has to actually stand on top of the event for the event commands to happen. So if it's action key, the player must stand on the event to press a button. Meanwhile, well, if it's touched by hero, the player must step on it. Well, if it's same as hero, then the player has to be next to it and facing it. And the player can, as the player cannot be on top of it. It's touched by hero, the player has to walk up to the event and face it. Okay. Cool. Wide variety of commands. Won't go into all of them. Cool. Page is long enough as it is. And now all you need to do is click the message command. Where is... Okay, so on his... Okay, his message one is our show text one. Type text will appear like so. Whether or not you put a name in front like dude is up to you. Whether or not you put quotes around text is also up to you. It's all up to preference. Only thing you should always do though is use proper grammar and spelling. Don't use really bad writing skills. Bro, I'm looking for a technical tutorial. I'm not looking for tips on making a good game. It's a bad habit and people won't like it. Screw you. I'm gonna use bad grammar if I want to. Click OK and it'll show there. I'm just following a tutorial about making a game. I'm learning some useful stuff. If you want to edit, you can highlight the command and right click, or you can highlight and press spacebar. I assume you can probably double click as well. No, double clicking just brings up a new one, okay. Then if you do that, it does that, okay. Understandable. You see, in front of each command is a thing. It looks different in his tutorial, but there is a thing. Go below the command you put in, double click, put in another message. Okay. Oh, welcome to game. Sure. Oh, response from the hero. See, they're putting like the character's name there, and if I don't know how I feel about that. I'd rather, because they're putting it as part of like the dialogue. I don't know. I feel like it'd be cooler to have like, I don't know. I shouldn't be thinking about what's cool and what's not. Oh well. Like, I'm not putting it as a response from the player. I'm just having the NPC talk again. Okay, let's try our new event. Hello. Hello, welcome to game. Don't bother me, I'm just an NPC. Okay. Oh yeah, so this is probably why the heckin' minimum map size is like 20 by 15, because the window by default opens up as 20 by 15. Understandable. Anyway, we have an event. Oh, even though I typed a full sentence, it looks like it was cut off. I'm guessing. Let me just try it out. So like on his, it doesn't have these lines here. I'm guessing these lines are supposed to tell us like, hey, this is where the text box ends. You should probably hit enter here. So let's see how that works. Welcome to game, don't bother me, I'm just in. Yeah, so it ends at probably. Which... Okay. Oh, so maybe it's like, hey, if you put like something else in the text box, it'll cut off here. Like if you, maybe you can put like a character's portrait next to their dialogue or whatever. If you do that, it'll cut off here, but if you don't, it'll cut off here. Understandable. Learning. This is probably not a very interesting stream to watch, but I don't care. I'm having fun. I'm learning. Easy fix. Quit the game. Go back to the editor. Yeah. If you have a lot of dialogue, take notes while you test play to go back and fix things. Add something else to the event commands. Right now we have 2 message commands, one after the other. You notice that the commands above are executed first and the lower ones afterwards. Let's stick something before the first message command. Okay. Right click, insert. So that'll then go. Okay, so they say message display options. Ours is display text settings. Window type, you can change those. Window position, Prevent window from obscuring player, allow other events to move. Okay. Play around with this a bit, but basically what it does, it simply sets options for all messages afterwards. Meaning you would have to put it before the message command. Set the box to be transparent, show on top, middle, or bottom of the screen. You can also set the text box will automatically shift position, so the player is not blocked. Generally you don't want that to happen. Why wouldn't you want that to happen? I'm not unchecking that. Generally never check the other box either. So this, I assume, would allow the other like NPCs to keep moving around and whatnot while you're talking. So well, we only have one, so it doesn't really matter right now. Hit OK, you'll see the command has appeared before. You do something and stick another message box command above the hero's text to set his text at the top of the screen. Ah, yeah. This kind of stuff gets annoying quickly. Anyway, let's add another basic command. Right click on the first message. Insert. This time click the third. Ah, this is where we get it. So their third option, face graphics. Ours is change face set. And this is where the other line showing where things get cut off is. Go ahead, find the one that matches the guy you're talking to. Set. I think ours was this one. This lady, I think. It looks about the same, I think. Oh man, even the heckin' portraits are... They're low res enough that they may as well be pixel art. Jeez. I need something like this, but with not pixel art. Something that allows the sprites to be big enough that I can draw them instead of pixeling them. Or maybe I just need to learn pixel art again. I used to do a little bit of it. Okay, and then it'll appear in the dialogue. And then it'll be like, oh, we didn't set the thing. Okay. Okay, so maybe for the sake of the tutorial, I will also insert the heckin' hero character here. Where's the blue-haired dude's portrait? Is it this one? I think it might be this one. And then you can... his face, or you can hit erase. Okay. Understandable. Mind if it's setting a face graphic will require you to reorganize the placement of the text again. Also have options for the face graphic. You can choose to set it on the left or right edge of the text box, or flip it. That's all for the first tutorial. Hope you learned something. So now, if we go talk to this lady, hello, welcome to game, and now it shows her face. Don't bother me, I'm just an NPC. Cool story, bro. Yeah! We know how to make NPCs. Alright, so that's... So that's the tutorial on the basics. Let me see if he's submitted any others. Can I find his things? This is his only one. Okay, cool beans. He did part 1 in 2010 and then never followed up. Thank you for the redeem spiel. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to find another tutorial then. Because like, cool, we can make a map and stuff. But that's about it. Then, oh, this one's just more heckin' events. Like, cool that I got an event and all. Maybe it's time I just heckin' start messing around and see what I can figure out myself. Oh, is this like... Does this have random dungeon generation? Huh. That's interesting. So let's just set one of these troops here. Set encounter rate, sure. I'll have to have a look at that dungeon stuff, because like... Let's just wander around, see if we get there we go. We have been jumped by monsters. Sure is cool how the... Oh. One of the dudes is being cut off. Oh. Oh. I'll be honest. I'm not sure I like this, this battle style. So this is like heckin' the Final Fantasy like real-time kind of thing. I just prefer turn-based. Prefer to just... Huh. Well then. Interesting. I'm starting to feel like I want to figure out which version of RPG Maker I used in the past, because that feels more my speed. Because this one is like, okay, there's so much pixel art you gotta do, because all the characters in battle are pixel art, all the portraits are low-res art. And then also the battle system is just completely different. Like, I don't really want to have a real-time battle system like that. I just want turn-based. There's a lot there. Huh. Interesting. Oh, this is where you set the party. Hi. Okay. You can like... You can set it to none. Cool. Let me see. Can you like... Oh, you can set conditions for like whether this character's even here. Then can you control switches? I'm curious if there's ways to do like if else versions here. Presumably there would be, but, you know. I would try and find like a... After this I'm probably gonna find like a video tutorial and go through that instead. But you know. I don't know how I feel about this. It's like that... Like, is cool and all that they got this, but also this isn't my kind of RPG. I prefer just regular old turn-based stuff. Okay. Let's start messing around with... What if... Hold on. How do we... Let me do like new map. Let's just test it out. Throw in a few sets of cave enemies. And wall high. Okay, so the ceiling... Trying to find something that would look good in the tower graphic. I had like when they're laid out like this, I can't tell like what's supposed to be what. Sure, let's do that. Oh no, use the darkest tone here and the... I don't know. Let's not use the alternate floors. Then obstacles... Sure. Oh, so you do this and it'll just immediately select a group of 4. Okay. Road, room, maze. Let's do obstacle. Okay. What if I... Oh. So this is just like, yeah, you can... just randomly generate a thing to get you started, okay. So let's do player touch, no graphic, below characters. See if I can make this, figure out how to make this go into the dungeon. Like that. Change actor name, actor graphic. Processing, shop processing, in processing. Show animation. Set event location. Maybe move to a variable location. Set move route. Hold on. Create transfer event? Ah, yeah. And then here, we'll just put those there, and then if I do that, we can come back out here. We're learning. So if I go in here, oh, the tile is a wall. Also, for whatever reason, it didn't save that. Okay, alright, right-click map properties. Let's set an actual floor tile. I don't know which of these are floors. Like, I thought maybe this, but apparently that's a wall. So... if I do that, okay, that's definitely not a floor. I don't know which of these tiles are floors and not. You know? It doesn't exactly tell you. This looks like it's a floor. Alright, let's give that a try. Why doesn't it save the fact that I've... Oh boy. Bunch of dudes. Okay, let's try and figure this out. Or maybe I now need to like take that off for it to save this. Because otherwise it just does the dungeon. Yeah, okay. I understand, I think. We made a thing. Cool beans. Can I step on these? I can. Not sure why they're grouped together like this, but yeah. It's a thing. I will say, learning that the battle system is completely different from what I was expecting has dampened my sales a little bit. So I'm just like, that's not the kind of battle system I want to use. Might have to see if like other versions of RPG Maker have different battle systems, because I'm pretty sure at least one of them does. Common events, I guess these are just whatever happens anywhere. These are just common things. Common terms. Transfer player? Oh, that's going between maps. Window graphic? Okay. End of battle. It's end of battle. Okay, what do we do now? Was that the one is that the one I clicked on before? Yes. He's only done 3 parts, and one's just, hey, core concepts, first map, first village. Oh, it's like, oh yeah, you got houses and stuff, and also dude's images aren't loading at all. Yeah, I'll have to have a look. I'll have to have a look at like other RPG Maker ones, because I can't get over that, because like I wasn't expecting it to have this kind of battle system, and it's just not really what I'm looking for in making an RPG, I guess. Okay, let me see if I can... What else do we want to learn? Change hero graphics depending on equipment? Okay, that's interesting. Deleted stuff. And there was... We had a really good beginner's guide to start with, and then they just didn't follow up on it. Looking for beginner's guides. Simple action battle system? Oh. Dude straight up made it like heckin' real time. So that's what he meant. Okay. So someone made a freaking tutorial for a point-and-click adventure game? In RPG Maker? Okay. I'm looking through tutorials now, see if this is something that would be good to learn on stream. Transfer save files to sequel games? Jesus. Simple party change? don't know how to go about that, relatively simple. Changing party members every once in a while. To using an extensive amount of event coding to have a full-blown menu, okay. Okay, I'll keep that in mind for later, I guess. Cliffs that players can fall off of, oh boy. I'm really just hoping for beginner tutorials. But it's all heckin' videos. No one wants to write out their tutorials anymore. So I'll just record it. Might be old and use old terms from the... Okay. Oh jeez. That's a lot of shit. And it looks to be ordered in absolutely no useful way whatsoever. Dating system, breeding system, interest on a bank account. Huh. This is getting wild, right? I'm just looking at all these and like, geez. Master post. What do we got here? Jesus Christ. I'm just looking for a introduction guide to the old translation. Cause I'm like, what? Where do I go now? What do I start doing? Classes. Set weapons, attacks, and levels for a class. That way any character assigned to that class will have those characteristics. Okay. Skills. Oh jeez. How often they miss, how much map MP they use. Oh, it just has the status effects pre-created. I wonder if there's a way to create your own, because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, SRPG Studio has like statuses that you can edit and whatnot. I'm looking at the same tutorial we were on before, so I guess I can readjust my window again. Physical rate, magical rate. What do these mean? Then you can have items. Weapons, make sure to check if they're single or double-handed. Okay. Change name, prices. Change which characters can use them. Okay. Then you have the individual enemies. Huh. Okay, so like, this tutorial I'm looking at, the person's got it so that like, instead of showing up on one side like this, they show up both at the front. I wonder if there is a way to change how the battle works. Or maybe they've just changed the look of it, and it still functions as a... What's it even called? That Final Fantasy system with the action bar going up, and then when it's full you can act. It's probably used in other games besides Final Fantasy, that's just the one I know it from. Program battles. Oh, this is so when you program battles, you can simply call the enemies you want to change which monsters appear. Use the add button to arrange enemies how you want on screen. Choose manual and drag them around. You can also change the background here and do a test battle. We can do this. Sure. Is it? Did I? Oh, start test, I'm dumb. And then we're here. Okay. Cool beans. You can like drag them around and whatnot. I assume... Ah, yeah. No? Because this shows the... Is it terrain? Oh, so you can... I guess that's changing how the characters... Battle background. Hold on, I'll keep looking through the tutorial. Maybe it will explain it. Elements? Okay. I've never used attributes before, so I'm not entirely familiar with it. Different weapons can be different, physical or magical, and have different bonuses against CR. So for example, bows can do like greater damage against flying enemies. Did they program that in? Let's look at bat. Yeah, it takes more damage from bows because it's flying. As we all know, according to all... Oh, you can make your own things, statuses. Okay, then animations, play during battles, you can upload your own. Animations tab is directly related to the skills tab because you can change animations of skills. Okay. Bam. Cool beans. That'll be useful. Then battle screen. What is battle screen? Well, you can customize how your battle will look. What happens when your party is defeated, what commands will be available, and what type of battle it will be. Oh, so this like... Right, because it started like this with the character's portraits on the bottom. This, presumably, if we do it like that, then... And when we get into a battle... Yeah, it has it like this instead. Hey. which is a bit more familiar to me. Still not the battle type I would like, but at least the layout looks a bit more familiar now. So I think that this tutorial's a little confusing on what type of battle it will be. They mean, but so I guess this is just like, oh no, you can, oh, so different characters can straight up have different battle commands. So I saw one, yeah. I guess because he's the main character, he can choose to escape. Oh no, all of them can. What does he have that's different? Oh, he gets holy magic and a special. And the others don't get that. Okay. So different characters can have different things. I guess if you want, you can... No? Oh, manual. So like you can just put them off screen if you want. How did they do this? Because they have it set to automatic, but I don't think their character is on screen. They have it type B so that it like shows the... Well, it shows the interface, but I don't think there's a way to actually change the battle system. There's probably a way to do it with like scripting or whatnot, but this is the one I was interested in. What is terrain? How does terrain work? Different terrains can have different encounter rates, possibility for vehicles, footsteps. Okay, I was mainly interested in what the hell's going on with this, but I guess if you're using like heckin', what's it called? Field depth? Oh, like... So I guess if you're like automatically, if you're using the automatic arrangement for the battle screen, they'll arrange themselves based on that, maybe? So like if I do it like this, so they should be, yeah, they're arranged more diagonally now. Meanwhile, if I then do it like this, the window always spawns on my other monitor. So, yeah, now they're more straight up. Okay. The monsters don't care, so I don't know why they have one on the other side as well, but you know. So I guess, like, this is like, don't worry about it, and this is what's more... Battle formation rate. Okay. Footsteps glass shatter? When... Okay. And then you can also look at map properties, okay. G-Maker, make a game. No, not... Start by selecting the information you would like below. Do you want it on RPG Maker VX or RPG Maker VX Ace? Neither of those. I would like... They have a bunch of tutorials on the official site, but they only seem to do it for like the most recent versions. Understandable, to be honest. Basic how to do that. We can have party members join and leave. Okay. Sure, let's follow this tutorial, shall we? See what we can do with this. Okay, we'll start with how to make a chest. Okay. Oh, so we want to do it through events. Understandable. Which tile set? Do they not include a heckin' chest in the default tile set? Bruh? I would think that'd be like a very basic thing to include. Okay, they must have made a... Okay, yeah, so I guess... No? No, they have... Object. Okay. Okay, I understand. It was in a different thing. Oh, we can... Oh, that's interesting. This is how they got away with animating it. Okay. Okay, priority same as characters. Trigger action button. Animation type. Fixed graphic. Alright, time to insert an event. Oh, we want to have a sound, okay? Tab 3, play sound effect. I'm guessing there's one that's called open. Yes. I guess we'll do that one. Oh, look for key? Okay, sure. We'll do what the tutorial says this time. Oh, theirs has different defaults. Hold on. Oh, volume... So they do tempo at like 80%. Balance... Okay, sure, we'll do that. So you can speed up and slow down sound effects, cool. The events section in the top left. Movement commands. What? Oh, set tab to set move route. Am I blind? I don't see. Click on set, click on tab 2, click on set move route. Oh, there it is. I am blind, okay. Movement commands, okay. Then we saw before, it's turn right, turn up, turn left. Okay. And then I'll skip this one for now, just because like I don't know what. I mean, it's probably got a potion preset already, so I can. You got a potion. Actually, let's. I spelled potion wrong. Okay. Then change items. Increase potion by 1. Interesting way to do it. The chest to remain open so the player can't get. Okay. Control switches. Tab 1. Click on single. 001. And name it. They say chest 1, I'm gonna say chest open. Click turn on. Okay. And we should condition. Can we not set it to is off? Okay, let me. Because they say to turn it on. Oh, okay. So you can have the same event have like different things happen for different scenarios. Okay. Now have it be left, and then here chest open is on. Okay. Action button, same as characters, fixed graphic. And I guess we'll just show tech. Okay, and then we save. And now... we can go here. Oh. I definitely did something wrong. Hold on. Ah. This event. I made the player turn instead of the chest. I'm gonna go back to that section of the tutorial because I think I may have missed a thing. I was just like, oh yeah, I know what it was. Turn right. No, it doesn't say the... Oh, so it... maybe because their frequency was already lower. Set it to like 3. Okay, so that's too slow, but yeah, we get the picture now. You got a potion. And now if we check our menu, we have a potion. Now it says the chest is empty. Cool, we know how to make a chest now. How to make a locked chest. Not all chests will be unlocked. Okay. Create an event for the chest. So we're gonna do one over here. And fixed graphic. Copy paste everything from the previous one, okay? The only thing is this time you'll be using a condition branch event that will require the player to have a key on them. Okay. Oh, so we can do conditional branches without having to make it like separate pages. Oh, and then we also want to have the open chest thing. Lining. Okay, let me... I'm gonna switch this one out for a something. Sure, it's a sword. That's worth putting under lock and key, right? Paste everything as shown. Only difference is to be using a condition branch. Bro doesn't even tell you how to use a condition branch. Just like, yeah, just use a condition branch and it's fine. Like, where is that, my dude? Edit, insert. This is a little silly. He's just like, yeah, copy and paste everything as shown. And apply the lessons. Like, bro, you didn't teach us how to do this part. Show choices. Control. Change things. Definitely gotta be here somewhere. Aha. We've got loop. Conditional branch, there we go. If oh, key doesn't exist yet. Okay. So for now we'll just go potion in inventory. There we go. Are these just general switches? Hold on. So do you need a new switch for every single chest? Yes, okay, you need a new switch for every single chest. So that's why they named it Chest 1. Understandable. Although maybe this is like switches per map. So you don't... Because if not, then you can only have like 100 switches in your game, and that's not that much when you think about the overall. Wait, not that. You think about an entire game. So then here we would show text. Oh, they want us to play a sound effect first. So apparently open 2 is supposed to be like... apparently showing it's locked. Okay. I could make a key item, but it's type normal goods. Increase maximum number of items by 1. Copy the info. Swap the potion in brown chest for a key. Okay. And then let's just change items again. So we decrease potions by 1. And just for the... I'm gonna take this off, just so I don't have to deal with random encounters while I'm doing this. However, I do want to quickly see something. If I do... Well, they are. They... Well, so if I do a new map... Yeah, map 3, sure. And so this one isn't under Starting Island. So if I do one here... No, you... Really? What about variables? How many? You only get 100 switches and 100 variables, and you need to have a switch in order to keep the chest open? What? Oh, but then this guy sets it to... In his tutorial, he has the chests using the same one. Oh, no, he doesn't. Does he? Oh, yeah. He apparently uses the same one for both chests, but... If you seriously have to use a switch like this for every single chest and you only get 100 switches, that's kind of not great. Let's just quickly test this out. Please offer a potion to open the chest. We got a potion. We got a longsword. And now it's empty. Like, if I... Like, there's really no, like, event-specific variables or anything like that? Because if this is how you have to do chests, this is incredibly restrictive. Oh. Never mind, I just missed the fucking maximum number button at the bottom. I just don't know what I'm doing. Okay, it's all good. It's fine. We know how to do a thing. What else was in this tutorial? So then we also have party members joining and leaving. And then they have one for how to make a drivable tank. Okay. Sure. Okay. Let's do party members joining and leaving. That'll be useful, right? Boy, made it so you have 3 choices. Yes, join, no, they can't join now, or get lost, leave. Step 1, create a character event. Did this one. This was the one that was called Mao, I think, so. Copy every... Oh boy. They just say, yeah, just fucking... Then instead of explaining all the steps, they're like, yeah, just copy what I put here, easy. Okay, so first... Change face steps. Don't remember. Oh, it's right there. I'm done. And people just really love putting the name of the character though. I don't know. Hi, let me join. So this we get Show choices. I'm not gonna put it get lost like he did. When cancel choice 2, yeah. Ah, and then that just immediately sets up, okay. Well, actually, hold on. I need to quickly test how this works because I'm pretty sure it'd still have her face there. It's like, yes. Okay. Well, that seems a bit weird because it makes it seem like she's saying that. Then change party member. Add fixed now. Control switches are person joined on. Control switches 3. Turn on. Okay. Da-da. Then here, I probably don't need to change the face set because I changed it in like the if branch. So in this other branch, it's probably still set to this one, I assume. Eh? Change part. What do you mean remove? Character hasn't joined yet at that point, but okay. If you do not want Albert to disappear from the map when he joins the party, delete the switch. You're done. This way you can still interact with him if you pick Get Lost, okay. If you want to switch for Albert to disappear when he joins your party, then continue to step 3, okay. Create a new page. Set it to empty. Oh, this is just, yeah, there's nothing there. There's something you want to... Okay. This is just him saying like, hey, you want me to add to this guide? I can add to this guide. Not now. Okay, see you later, I guess. No. Okay, bye. It feels like a real weird... I don't think this guy understands what the tutorial was really supposed to say, because like... Yeah, sure, remove... He's like, oh yeah, if... Interesting. And now... Wait, no, formation. No? Eh? I still don't know how this formation thing works. Ah, so like that. But, so I guess you can't have more than 4 at a time? Okay. I see. Huh. Oh yeah, they'll be a permanent party member. No, they won't. Okay, so that... So I guess that only works if... you have an empty spot on your party. So now, yeah, now she's there. Huh. So that's an easy way to, like, if you only have a limited number of characters you want to have, that's a way of doing it. So presumably there are, like, party management tutorials for, like, more complicated stuff than that, but... Thank you for the redeem sphere. Oh man, this thing's got tutorials for a bunch of shit. I might need to look into some of these. Now what to do? Category tutorials. Beginner tutorials. Let's see. There's only 2 on this wiki that are marked as beginner tutorials. Okay, so this wiki's just shit. Yeah, while I am glad I have this, and messing around with it is neat, I do think maybe it's not really the RPG maker I want, simply because I don't really like the battle system. And also now I'm like, okay, what do I actually... What do I want to do now? What do I want to show off now? What do we want to make now? I think maybe in future, unless it's something like brand new that I feel like trying it out for the first time on stream would be worth it. I think in future I'm probably just going to like learn this stuff off stream and then like actually make things on stream, because I feel like this hasn't been the most enthralling stream. It's just been me messing around with tutorials. Because I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm making a balanced game. See, I thought this would be good for me because, like, here's the thing. If you compare something like this to SRPG Studio, and it's part of the reason why I've been a bit intimidated on, like, going back and working on Lost Legacy again. It's like here, you know, each enemy has its own stats. It has, like, all this whatnot. And then, you know, enemies can just share the same set of stats for each instance of the enemy. And then you can just, where is it? Troops. You can just set them up in groups and then, yeah, they'll just appear randomly and that's everything. Meanwhile, with heckin' SRPG Studio, because it's a strategy RPG, you need to, like, actually arrange their placement and do the individual stats of every enemy on the board. And, like, I can design maps, that's fine. My issue is, like, balancing. Which is, like, that's what's got me intimidated. That and the fact that I have to do pixel art for all the graphics. So that's why I thought, oh yeah, doing a regular RPG might be better, because then I just make the enemy once and then I can plop them in wherever. But yeah. I don't know if this is really what I'm looking for. Solely because if it wasn't a whatever time battle system, hold on. If it wasn't an active time battle system, then maybe I'd be a bit more interested. But, like, I don't like this battle system. I prefer just regular turn-based. Hold on. Just seeing. There are no less than 5 ways to do it. Oh man. Turn-based, I mean, with the default ATB bar system replaced with one that rotates systematically. Definitely possible and really easy to do, but not by default. Oh, you'll have to make a script. And if you have to ask, then you probably don't know how. Okay. And increase its decency by that. What? Oh, please disregard that pose. Okay, so it's possible but not easy and not nearly as practical as other solutions, okay. Okay, so it is possible, but, you know, not really. Huh. I do think, like, I see potential in this for me, right? Because, like, for me, making shit like this is like. Remember how during my heckin' anniversary stream I mentioned that I wanted to incorporate more, like, author stuff into my streams? For me, this sort of falls under that, because it's not exactly writing, but it is, for me, a method of storytelling. Which, like, it's not exactly what you'd think of when you think of, like, an author, but to me, it falls under the same general category. Programming is writing too. So I think I will, like, maybe just, like, wishlist them on Steam to see, like, if and when the newer versions of RPG Maker go on sale. Just, you know, one that doesn't have an active time battle system, because I don't like active time battle. part of the joy of RPGs is that you can, if you need to do something in the middle, you know, you don't need to be paying attention the entire heckin' time. Let me see if I can make, like, just to bring our thing to a close. I'm gonna see if I can just plop in like a final boss or whatever. Sure, you can be dragon. Let's see if there's a way to, like, trigger a battle through this. Battle processing? Ah, yeah. Okay, so let me just check the troops. Okay, well, we have that. Oh, that's one of the ones we have set as a regular encounter here. Do we have one that's like just a dragon? Because I have a dragon sprite there. You know what? Let's just make our own. You mean... okay. Satan nail, okay. Here we go. Do we have just regular dragon? Yo, we can change the colors. Let's go. Wait. Hey. Oh, there it is. I was like, why wasn't it letting me do that? Type always, rating, thing, switch on. Double attack. Fire breath. Actually, fire breath will have a higher rating, which I assume means it does more damage. Have this. I'm probably making it like underpowered, but sure. This is just me trying to bring this stream to a close. And it'll give you a magic water. And then troops. Such a weird way to do it. Like, oh yeah, increase the maximum number. Then you can do it. Maybe that one? Yeah, this one looks the most like it. Add Mr. Dragon. Okay. Now, here, we grab Mr. Dragon. Well, actually, does the dragon have a face? No. Rawr. I'm a dragon. Feel my wrath. Then it asks you that, and then you can choose yes or no. And if yes, then you encounter the dragon boss. Can't escape. If defeated, game over. Yes. And if no, then, you know, nothing. So let's try that. I'm a dragon, feel my wrath. Battle the dragon? No. Yes. It worked. But the background is weird. We did it. We beat the final dragon boss. Oh, and he's still there. Yay! Okay, so in summary, I see potential in working with this. However, I don't like the battle system, so I might keep an eye out for other RPG Maker engines. See when they go on sale and whatnot. And I should really get back to working on Lost Legacy, to be honest. But you know, maybe at some point in the future, you'll see me doing a stream where I'm working on an actual game instead of just trying to learn how to use the fucking program. Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what we can do? Before we end off, I can actually show you what I've done with Lost Legacy, because I have done a bit off stream. You know, while we're here on the desktop cam. Hold on, let me just hide this for a sec in case it shows my files. Here we are. Let me just close this. So this was the first map, and this was the one I created on stream, I'm pretty sure. Obviously the tile sets are just the default stuff and would need to be updated. And then, like, this was the map for chapter 1. I actually posted this one on Twitter. And then I've also done this for chapter 2. Which, like, I think I need to move these guys, like, further up so that they don't reach these two as quickly. Like, if I do this... Oh, if I do map test, it'll just give me one character, but sure. So this guy can move. I don't know if he... I don't remember what I set him to. Whether he actually, like, will move or not. Like, we got little tree things here that can, like, you know, grant avoidance. Then these, you know, you're not really supposed to walk through. And the story here is that, you know, We've been traveling, we've reached... Hold on, let me turn my music off. We got 2 songs going at the same time. Oh, you've reached the village for the night, and you're here to find a place to stay, and then you find that the town's, oh no, it's being attacked by bandits. And in fact, this sheik guy, he's the leader of the bandits that you encountered in chapters 1 and 2. It's like, oh no, we gotta help the people. The stats of this... You can talk to these 2. So, alright, you should get inside. Thank you, kind sir. However... No way, this is how it's out. I forgot I wrote actual dialogue for this. I'm not just gonna let bandits ruin the place. I wanna help. Hotal. Ha. Kind sir, if you may, Hotal is capable of using fire magic, so he wishes to help rout the bandits himself. I myself am also trained in the art of healing magic, so if any of your troops are injured, you can send them to me and I will patch their injuries. I feel like I feel like I need to rewrite this dialogue to be less clunky, but oh well. It gets the point across. If we could cooperate to remove these bandits from the village, you would have my eternal gratitude. Cooperate, huh? Well, we were going to deal with bandits regardless, but I'm never one to turn down help if you're able. I'm Nolan, by the way, from Marin Village. Happy to have you on board. I am Rayla. I typically work at the local orphanage, and this is... I am Hotal, hero in the making. This is bound to be the start of my own heroic epic. Let's go kick some bandit butt. Yes, a pleasure to be working with you, Nolan. Pleasure's all mine, and don't worry, I'll try to keep the kid out of trouble. You have my thanks. I'm pretty sure the dialogue plays regardless of which one you speak to. Clunky dialogue is homage to the old English. No. And then you see these doors. If and when I actually make my own tile set for this, they would actually look more like it's a door to this building and not just a random door sitting there. But the point is, we can go here and visit. Goodness me! What is the world coming to when a woman can't even step out of her own home without being attacked? You're hoping to get rid of them? Here, take this. If you can get it to that cleric girl from the orphanage, she can heal your wounds. And then we get a heal, and then the door closes. Then she... Oh, she does actually have an attack staff. The grandma voice. Yeah, she has the incendiary staff, which is like a weak... I think I made it so like it doesn't do any damage, but it does... Oh no. It's just a very weak, but it inflicts the status on them. And I've just sent her in to get killed. Oh shit, she got a crit. Yeah, as you can see, those bandits move up. I'm like, oh no. Okay, so I guess... I know the bandits... The bandits that were up here, I set them to approach. I think these other unnecessary crits in this game, yeah. That was an actual necessary crit though, I'm pretty sure. I think the other characters are set to like... they'll attack people who are in their range, but specifically players who are in their range. So normally the bandits that run up, they would attack the two while they're still NPCs. The rest of the characters, they'd ignore these two and just go after you. But because this character during the test map, his movement range is stupid, I was able to recruit it right away. So that's why this character went in and... This dude went in and killed him right off the bat. Yeah, as you can see, like, they died at 2 hits from a bandit. That's why I'm, like, concerned about balancing. I don't know how strong to make these bandits, considering it's you know, the second The third map, rather. And I don't know. Yeah. So, like, I can map everything out, and then I guess I'll just have to, like, mess around with unit placement and heckin' stats and whatnot. Yeah, there's 3 maps. Then for the other maps, I'm gonna need to start increasing the size of them. Because, like, the first 3, it's fine to just have a small one. But, like, the more units we get, the more... You know, the more space we're gonna need. So that we can have more enemies in a reasonable space. Maybe I'll work on this. Maybe I'll work on this afternoon instead of messing around more with heckin' RPG Maker. Man, I was really hyped for RPG Maker, and then it's like, oh, this is the battle system we're going with? This is not what I remembered. I really wonder which version of RPG Maker it was I played now. Because, like... Oh, played. More like, used. Because, like, I saw that, like, crappy RPG Maker game, and it's like, okay, that's the exact one I used when I was younger. It's like, which one is that? Because it's not the one I've got. I don't know. I'll look into it. Oh, you know what? Let's just do a test play of the whole thing. Why not? The 3 maps I've got. There's not that much dialogue written, but sure. Fight. Let's go. Looks like the armorer still has his doors open. Better stop by and warn him that there's bandits about. When a house has a door open, you may visit it by placing a unit on the same tile as the door and selecting visit. So I actually made it so, like, depending on the character that visits here, it changes a little. So if we do Nolan here, this dialogue that specifically addresses Nolan only shows up if Nolan's here. Otherwise, it's, like, only the later parts of the dialogue. Not shopping, unfortunately. There's bandits in the village. Best close up shop. So this dialogue is what shows up if someone else gets here. The first 2 lines, it's only if Nolan visits. Here, take this on the house. And then that last line also doesn't show up. We got a sword. Yay. Use our overpowered knight to start with. And I specifically made it so that, like, even if you move her to the furthest extent of her movement, you can't put her in range of the archers on the first turn, because now you get the tutorial. Hey, I see some archers up ahead. Well spotted, Bork. Lilac. You'd best hold back till we've dealt with them. As you say. Archers attack using bows. Bows can hit targets from 2 spaces away and deal greater damage against flyer units. However, they typically cannot counter when attacked at a close range. Oh, I left her too far so she can't attack these dudes. Oh, but she's a lance. Here's the thing, right? I ordered the units so like, oh yeah, you get these guys to start with. You get 2 lance units. And like, early game is typically loaded with axes so that your hero can get a bunch of things. But like, lance isn't good against axe. It's like, oh boy, what do I do here? Get him. Then I'll move her up here so she can attack the sword dude. Oh, I should have left him next to Nolan so that he can build up his support conversation. Oh, right, I left some debug things in here. It's like, yes, end map by talking. Hey, we got an unnecessary crit. I don't know how high to set the crit rates and whatnot. But I'll get him here just to lure them in. Yeah, the archers are set to, like, not move unless someone gets in their range. Yeah, sure. I think I need to lower his crit rate. Because he's just like going all over the place. See, Trent's tanking everything, but he's kind of supposed to. He's like your early game, like... Your early game, like, heckin'... If I were to refer to it in Fire Emblem terms, he's a Jagan. You know, he's the guy who, like, is very high-leveled right from the get-go and is sort of there to help you help deal with the enemies while you're still trying to train up your lower guys. Then have him come over. So I think I set it so, like, in terms of the support system, I think I set it so, like, if they start the turn, like, if they're both deployed together on a map, that's, like, 5 points, I think, and then it's 1 point for every turn they start next to each other. And then it's, like, I think 20, 40, and... No, not... 20, 60, and 100, I think, to unlock the full support chain. Something like that. Will this result in her death? It will not. Let's go. Right, I never gave him battle dialogue. That was something I needed to do. So since he's the first one, he doesn't get a ranged weapon. Or maybe he... Oh, end of chapter. Nice dialogue there, Mel. Then here you can see all your characters and shit. And if there were any supports, you could view them there as well. Now here we are. Normally there would be a cutscene here to introduce the new characters, but don't worry about it. It hasn't been written yet. And then it shows this. Here's another tutorial. Looks like the enemy has a variety of weapons at their disposal this time. Then we'd best pick our battles carefully. Pay close attention to the weapon your opponent wields and strike at their weak point when the opportunity presents itself. Certain weapons are more effective when used against units wielding other weapon types. For example, swords are more effective against lances, axes... swords are more effective against axes, axes are more effective against lances, and lances are more effective against swords. That's the weapon triangle tutorial. So this guy's got a sword, so we should use a lance. However, we got to keep an eye on this guy. Make sure Lilac doesn't get bodied. Hold on. Have Bork attack him first, and just hope he doesn't get a crit. Cool. Not that it really matters, considering I'm just doing this to show off what we have so far. Level up, let's go. That was a lot of stats. Holy shit. And so the reason this is where you get the weapon triangle tutorial is because now you have lance, sword, and axe. So, you know, you can actually make use of it. The Axe Cavaliers don't have proper animations yet. Oh, here's the other tutorial I wrote in this map. Those trees look like they could provide effective cover from enemy attacks. We best make full use of the terrain at our disposal. I really need to rewrite this dialogue to not be so tutorial-ish. It just feels very clunky. Different terrain may grant different bonuses while units are on them. Be sure to check the terrain before deciding where to place your units. Yay. Can you get rid of this guy in one turn? You cannot, and that would put you in danger. So as you can see, the forest gives you 20 plus avoidance. So, you know, you want to use that. And it changes the battle background. So that's cool. I think the real problem right now is, like, because I've made these maps so small, characters can cross them real heckin' quick. But I guess that can be solved later on by making bigger maps. For later thingos. Nolan is still level 1. Just now realizing that. So this is another route the enemy map. Hold on, is there a way? Yeah, objective. Route the enemy, defeat conditions, Nolan is defeated. It's classic Fire Emblem shit. Just do that so he has... Oh no, he's going around. He's attacking another sword dude. What the fuck was that all about? Hold on, is there a way to... Whether to show enemy range when... Okay. Oh, so you can just leave it on. Cool. For some reason I thought you could only have it on, like, temporarily. But I haven't written dialogue for all this yet, so... I need to check if there's a way to, like, have enemy dialogue when you start a battle or something. So I can have the enemies say shit like, I am Bandit Man. I do evil thing. Blah blah blah. You can see here my way of playing Fire Emblem by slowly turtling my way over. Oh geez, he's almost dead. Oh, he has a cure leaf, he's fine. Oh wait, she's not going to do enough damage, is she? Well, I am smart. Here, use this. Did Nolan level up? Is he... No, he did level up. I just... brain farted, I guess. Because I did not remember him leveling up. And this guy's just gonna destroy himself by running up to Trent. Hold on, did I make... I don't think I adjusted how. So like obviously you can see here it's more difficult for Nolan to go through the trees, and the lilac can just fly right over it. I don't think I adjusted it so that like cavalry has a harder time than infantry getting through here. Might have to see if there's a way for me to do that. Because it makes more sense that someone on foot would have an easier time going through the trees than... and someone on a horse. Oh, that could have killed her. I should have paid more attention there. Yeah, everyone's very close to death. Because that'd leave him on 9. Okay, we good. We good. Get him. He doesn't swing his sword because the animation's really made for a lance. They didn't have stock animations for an axe cavalier. Do the thing. Oh, even the sword animation's kind of weird. Oh, because it's another lance dude. But honestly, even with a lance, I don't really like that animation. I'd rather them, like, stab him rather than, like, just lift it up. Oh. I really thought that'd be enough to get him, but apparently not. Oh no! We lost Lark. Time to reset? No. And then we get his gold bar, which we can sell at the town, because there's no store out here in the random wilderness. I didn't unlock any supports. And then we get here, and as you can see, there's an empty spot because we don't have Lark. So these two will just stay here and like attack anything that gets in their range. This dude should come towards us rather than going to these. And then these guys specifically will run down to here. These two, I don't know if I made them approach. I don't remember. Let's just get rid of this guy off the bat. Screw it. But I believe I made it so you specifically have to talk to them with Nolan, because Nolan's the protagonist. Okay, yeah, so these guys do move, and these guys might need to move, yeah, because they get in range within 2 turns. Like, they have 1 turn of moving. Yeah, because I can't reach them. Okay. So these should probably move up here instead of sitting down here, just so that you have an extra turn to get in range so that you can move these guys out of the way. Not sure. Jorgen, you can go there. Oh, they have hand axes. Why did I give them hand axes? Like, the boss I understand giving a hand axe, but like... Oh, and then he gets... Oh, but that... What are you doing, you dumbass? Okay. Now, does it still work? Oh. Okay, so clearly there is stuff to do here. Because the dialogue still plays out the same. And that's basically it, besides this. Curse those darn bandits. How's an old man supposed to get any rest with them stomping about the place? You find them? Well, don't let me stop you. In fact, here, take these. If you can't find a cleric, they'll do well enough in healing your wounds. And then you get this. So I really need to do something about that. Because they attack anything that's in their range. Like, I don't think these guys should have hand axes. So I'm thinking, move them further away so that they don't get in range on turn 2 to give you a bit more time to approach. These guys can still approach, it doesn't matter. And remove their hand axes because it makes no fucking sense why the random ass bandits have hand axes. Maybe if I do difficulty settings, if I figure that out, I can give them hand axes on a higher difficulty. And then I need to update this event so that it changes depending on who's dead. Because it's very much possible to lose one or both of them before you have a chance to trigger that event. Because I think, if I remember right, if I just look at the events, did I... No, that's... Oh! This is another one where I actually had it so that, like, if you go to this place using Rayla, which I couldn't hear because Rayla died before I could speak to her, then, you know, she'll have actual dialogue speaking to the person there. Meanwhile, if you go there with someone who's not Rayla, she says this. Then right. So I made ending events for, like, everyone being alive and whether they're alive or not, and whether you recruit them or not. Whether you recruited them on the map. So here's like that, and then here... so here they're an NPC. Hold on, let me just... Oh, and it plays out the same. And the trigger's like all just like, yeah, it's a thing. Don't worry about it. Let me just real quick. Oh wait, no, that won't work. I was gonna be like, yeah, we'll do this. Heckin'. How do I... Oh, right. So I'm in event mode. So if I place one here... I'll just do wait. And then this... How do I make it end map again? Hold on. Let me real quick. Oh, victory conditions. Chapter complete, that's what I'm looking for. It's been a while. Let me start up the music again. It's been a while since I messed around with this, so I'm probably gonna do some this afternoon. Is it in battle? Chapter complete, there it is. And the next chapter, chapter 4. So I'm just putting that there so I can test whether these ending events actually worked. I probably tested this myself, but... Oh, hold on. If I... Can I, like, move this? Yes, I can. Cool. If the heckin' thing will go away. So if I talk, they get recruited, and then map clear. So because they were already recruited, it says, yeah, they've already been recruited, don't worry about it. However, if I just have, if this pop-up will go away, if I just have Nolan go there and end the map, and then they join. And if I, oh, right, it doesn't go to the base. But we have Nolan and Hotel. So my idea was basically like, hey, if you recruit them during the map, it'll... I don't know if I want to have... I'm gonna get rid of this one now, since I don't need that there. I don't know if I want to have different sets of dialogue for all the different ones. But like, it does make a little bit of sense to have different ones for these, and then maybe like a different set of ones if if one of them dies. Because I think the way I had it set up was like, if you recruit them, yeah, fine. If they're both alive, but you didn't actually recruit them on the map, then, you know, they'll just join you. Then I think, yeah, it was going to be like a different set of dialogue with like the character speaking to you. I don't know why I had it like these. It was just going to be different, like, depending on... like, whether they joined and, like, who died. And, like, the idea being that, like, if you already recruited them and one of them died, you'd... you know, you'd still get to keep them. But if you didn't recruit them, and one of them died, you wouldn't get the other one. But like, if they're both alive and you didn't recruit them, they just don't join automatically. Realistically, this scenario shouldn't play out anyway, but just in case, you know, fail-safe, shall we say. But I guess I'll have to think about that. And I'll have to do a whole load of balancing with the fucking stats and whatnot. For now, I think I'll just focus on like placement and shit, and then I can worry about stats later. Anyway, we've gotten off track. This isn't even the right game that we were the right game maker that we were streaming. So I think for now we're gonna call it here. Hopefully next week I will have gotten enough sleep, and oh, that's I forgot I was still showing that. Hold on. We'll go over here. Don't worry, you didn't see anything. Anything important, at least. It was just Google. Anyway, so we're gonna oh, let me mute desktop audio. Hopefully next week I'll get enough sleep and we can, you know, stream twice in a week instead of once. And then we'll probably be back to gaming next week. You know, I've done my monthly Lego stream. I've done my messing around with game development stream. We'll probably be back to video games. What? Camera? What are you doing? Hello? There we go. Yes. Yeah, I think we've gone over everything I wanted to say. I don't know. I'm still gonna keep messing around with game development. Maybe I'll be able to make something of it one day. But for now, we're gonna end stream and send it over to the obvious choice. Did I spell it right? I did. Says the raid messages. I'm gonna send it over to Miko. Miko's playing Resident Evil. Yeah. Why am I so awkward right now? Anyway, to sum up today's stream, game development is cool. RPG Maker seems neat, but also it's not the RPG Maker I want, because I don't want active time battle system. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on things and see if things go on sale. And besides that, I'll keep working on Lost Legacy in SRPG Studio. Numbers hard. Anyway, thanks for watching. Otsukama. Bye bye and scene.